Are we live? Live action. Can you guys see me? Heck yeah. Alright, so we're up. We figured it out. We fucking figured it out, guys. Holy shit, we figured it out. Didn't think that was gonna happen, but we did. What's up? We are back with an episode, a live stream once again, Chads. So, how are you guys doing? Been a while since I've done one of these. I've upgraded the setup a little bit. Still doing the phone camera. Phone camera is still high quality, but now when we do these live streams, I can now freaking show you guys my screen, what I'm looking at. Instead of just talking, I can actually show you what I'm looking at. So, yeah. Let me see if I can pull up the chat real quick, and then we'll get into it. Obviously, you can tell by the title, I'm going to talk about, who's number one, 29, and I'm going to talk about UFC BJJ 2 and what's all's happening there. But yeah, I think they had the, ceremonial weigh-in or whatever. The weigh-in, what have you. And then they freaking did the, press conferences tonight. And so there's some interesting stuff for who's number one. Who's number one's tomorrow. We got a lot of great matchups on that. And then we got UFC BJJ 2 next week on the 31st. So let's just go ahead and dive right into the original point of discussion. Who's number 129? Can't believe there's already been friggin' 29 of these bad boys. Time friggin' flies, you know what I'm saying? Trying to friggin'... Obviously, I should have set this up a little bit better, but we're good. We are good. And...
Stretch away your fear of missing dairy.
Turn that off. Any chats, if there's anybody in here. No, not okay. Cool. So, yeah. I'll get that back on my friggin' face. Been a rough go for the Chad. Not gonna lie. Past couple weeks kind of freaking sucked. But we're here. We're live. We're 2,600 subscribers strong. So, fuck yeah. Let's get into this. Hope you Chads are having a fantastic week. Because I know I am. Let's get into scene 2 here. Oh, yeah. Here we go. All right. So, I want to start off with talking about the Gianni Grippo Max Hansen match. I saw this little snippet from Max Hansen posted on his story. For those of you who don't know, Gianni Grippo was supposed to go against Owen Jones, but Owen Jones had to pull out. And Max Hansen said, "Yo, let me get this match, brother." And, harassed Flo. And, not in a bad way, like in a good way, like in a classy way. In a classy way, he did it. And he got the match. And so, pretty freaking awesome that he got this match. So let's just go ahead and listen to what he has to say. By the way, this Alex lady has freaking been covering every single jiu-jitsu thing under the sun. She's like the Nina Drama of BJJ now. I don't know how she got that position, but yeah, she has a show with Craig Jones and shit, and then does all these who's number one stuff. And yeah, she just seems to be freaking killing it right now, so hats off to her. But yeah, let's just listen to this. Freaking A, if it done.
Many people are going to be looking forward to. It is Gianni Grippo taking on Max Hansen, who is coming in on late notice. This fight was originally scheduled for Owen Jones. A little bit of issues there, but now...
Can I chime in on this, actually?
Whoa.
I would just like to, just for the audience to understand. So,
looking at the
Owen
camera.
Jones,
Great
you are
camera
a
work.
pussy for pulling out. This
Oh!
is a summer camp booked 2 days before the Who's Number One event
Whoa.
in Spain. So he's basically chilling in Spain, fucking about,
Whoa.
And the day after he pulls out, he likes to talk shit to kind of Duarte and Felipe. Kind of guys who show up to competitions all the time saying he's going to tap them out. The guy can't even show up to fight a 155er. The dude has like 10 matches in his entire career.
Whoa.
He needs to show up to one before he can actually talk shit.
Whoa.
Just need to get that off my chest because I've got over like 200 matches in 2 years. I show up to every match. It's a pain in the ass just to get a ranked opponent at 155. So thank you, Johnny, for taking the match. I think that's sick. I respect anyone who can actually step up and fight. So I think it's a bitch move on his part, whatever his excuse may be. Dude's chilling in Spain, talking smack. I just think that's bitch made. But sorry for interrupting you.
No, woo! It's getting hot in here. It's literally steaming after that Max
between
Hansen
us. Other guy who's in the
monologue. When it comes to just being very blunt and straightforward, I feel like that's something
There we go.
that a
So
lot of
that
people
was out there. He,
appreciate about your
called him
persona.
out. So that was,
Max, when it comes to Gianni,
stop.
it seems like it's all.
So yeah, already off to a hot start there. So he called out Owen Jones. I think Owen Jones, he said he would tap Felipe Pena and Kaynan Duarte. I think that was in reference of the upcoming CJI event, right? I think he's on Team Euro Trash or whatever. And, he's just a trash talker. He's just a trash talking guy. Young in his career, doesn't compete quite as much as Max. I will be very interested to see what Owen has to say in response to that. But, yeah, I mean, pulled out of this match. I don't know what for. I don't know if it was like some type of injury or, some type of scheduling conflict, what have you. But, he's not too happy about it. But also, we got to keep in mind, Max Hansen, 66-kilogram representative of Daisy Fresh at CGI. So, potential matchup between him and Owen Jones in August, and that would be something to see, okay? That would be pretty freaking sick. Obviously, Johnny hasn't really said anything there, but I also wanted to point out this freaking awesome promo Max cut for this match, okay? First of all, I like the cover photo of Christopher Moltisanti. Huge fan of The Sopranos. I'm not Italian, but I am a fan of the culture. 50-50. In case you didn't know, Gianni loves the 50-50 position. So this is kind of a diss at Gianni a little bit too. Gianni's a IBJJF player as well, and IBJJF, if you come up from 50-50, you get a sweep. So they're just doing a little trolling. He acted like he lost the 50-50 there. Boom. He's got a meat in his hand, a big O 12-inch meat schlong in his hand. Grade A premium beef right there. I tell you what, and he's gripping it tight. He's white knuckling that meat hard. That is a steak. For those of you who don't get it, Gianni Grippo is a vegan, and so what you got to remember, what makes this funny, I feel like stupid. What makes this funny, what makes this clever, what am I even saying? What makes this clever is that he's basically saying he's a pussy for being vegan, okay? And he's going to slap his meat all over him. Like, look, that's the most disrespectful thing you could do right there. Just put your meat all over a guy. Put all 12 inches on a guy. You know what I'm saying? Just slap him with the meat. Great acting by that guy.
All right, guys. As you know, Owen Jones, he's pulled out of Who's Number One. There's nothing more I hate than pull-out merchants and vegans. Luckily, I have just the weapon for the vegan. Flo Grappley put me in against Johnny Grippo, and I will slay him with a beef rib.
That's pretty good. All right, so classy stuff. Classy little promo there. Like the legendary Hulkster, R.I.P. the Hulkster. He passed away today. So just a fantastic little tidbit there. Who do I got in this? Gianni's, his last bout, I believe, was in the UFC BJJ, where he lost to, who did he lose to in that? I'm drawing a blank. He lost his opening round match to the champion, Carlos Enrique. So, and then I believe this guy, Max Hansen, has gone 1-1 against Carlos Enrique. He beat him at Pans, I believe, and then Carlos beat him on Who's Number One. So, I think neither one of those times were a submission. This guy got darsed by Carlos. So, not in a pit. Both guys kind of like to play guard a little bit, but I know Max has been working on his wrestling top game. He looked good. I was at American Nationals representing. He showed some wrestling there. And so I bet what we'll see is him being on top and Gianni playing bottom. Gianni is a seasoned veteran, though. You cannot count the man out, all right? He is a freaking stud, right? And he's been around the game for a very long time, and he's just not going to do stupid stuff, you know? I got Gianni winning tomorrow. You agree or no? I would say, I don't know. The Who's Number One rule set, I would say it would favor more so Gianni. But I think I'm going to have to go with Max Hansen. Max is pretty hungry. He's pretty fired up. I'm going to have to go with Max just because he's got a little bit better momentum going into this match than Gianni. But Gianni, you know, with his ecological training and his freaking, Kaiven guy might be cracking jokes and getting inside the head. Also, Max is kind of in a no-lose situation. He could be like, I took this match on short notice, and, I ain't got nothing to lose. So, and plus Gianni's been preparing for Owen, and now it's a sudden switch of an opponent, a little bit different game. So, yeah, that is what I think of that. So, next up, what I'd like to talk about is these matchup, the women's matchup. Okay, we got Adelaide Feno or Foriano, what have you, and we got Jasmine Hocha. Okay, Jasmine historically,
excuse me, bro.
So here we go. We gotta replay this. She talked a lot of crap to what's her name, Fionn Davies, but where's that woman been? I feel like we haven't seen her compete in a while. And she was like, what are you going to do? Take me down, knee cut me. And Fionn did just that. So that was kind of humiliating. But this is a rematch of the semifinals of 55 kilograms at ADCC. Obviously, Adelaide won that one pretty quickly via armbar in 11 seconds. She's at the top of the women's grappling. She's a Caitlin Clark lookalike. Caitlin Clark on top of the WNBA, Adelaide Foriano on top of the women's grappling scene. And so, something about the, I don't want to being race into this. I'm not going to go there. So we're just going to skip that. But yeah, anywho, Caitlin Clark and Adelaide Foriano might have the same mother and father, therefore producing super genes, making them great athletes. Anyway, we'll say that. But yeah, they got this weird. She's got this weird stick going. This daddy hat, daddy clothing and stuff, and it's like a mentality that like who's your daddy? I'm the man. I'm the cock. That's fucking weird. I'm the top chalk. But yeah, so and then Jasmine calls herself mommy, mammy. I don't know. I don't feel right doing that. But yeah, so they play this little skit out. It's pretty cute. Pretty cute stuff.
You're excused.
Good sportsmanship.
And I'm not your bra.
Little bad
Excuse me,
lip
bro.
syncing there. But yeah, a little Owen Wilson, Zoolander stuff. Gotta love it. She does kind of look like Owen Wilson. Kind of an Australian woman, Owen Wilson. Now that I think about it. But yeah, I think Adelaide is going to do it. We're in the Hocha backyard in Miami, but Adelaide is just going to get it done. She's proven to be pretty dominant. I think we'll see some ground covered by Jasmine, but I don't think it will result in a submission win or a decision victory. But yeah, So next up, we'll just go ahead and freaking talk about the main event. Kit Dale versus Vagner Roachcha. Okay, Vagner, for those of you who don't know, was freaking in the hospital for heart failure. Like, that is crazy. Like, the fact that he's like, it's been like 2 months and he's back to competing on like a pretty big stage is insane. So I'm gonna go ahead and say the cardio is probably not gonna be on point, because you know the ticker's not functioning well, and you could say that the ticker's not functioning well because he could be taking copious amounts of drugs. You know, grapplers are not ashamed to admit this. They talk about their prolific steroid use, like, for example, Gordon Ryan and Craig Jones. And so what we got to keep in mind, too much roids equals heart problems. So we just got to keep in mind, I keep freaking repeating myself. I just hope he, like, nothing bad happens to him in the match, because that's stuff you don't want to mess around with, all right? I hope they got a great medical team there. I hope his doctor's been keeping an eye on him, watching his freaking potassium levels, you know, watching his freaking troponin. You know, I don't want him to go into cardiac arrest on the mat, and they got to freaking get the freaking defibrillator out. And, you know, next thing you know, Kit Dale was trying to choke him out. Now he's trying to resuscitate him to life with CPR. That's the last thing I want to happen, okay? I do not want to watch that on my Friday night. I want to watch good, solid grappling. So, first and foremost, that's my number one hope. I don't even care about the outcome. After that, then we can get into the outcome. So, Kit Dale recently made a return to the grappling scene. He showed up for that CJI Australian tryout at Lachlan Giles gym, and hopefully Kit subs him fast so Roachcha's heart doesn't get tested. Hey, I mean, that'd be a blessing in disguise. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it'd be a little sour in the mouth taking the defeat, but also blessed to see another day. See Jasmine and Achilles freaking tear it up on the scene, because he's got 2 young kids that are just freaking monsters and are got a bright future ahead of them, and they're fun to watch as well. So, and he needs to be around for that. But what was I saying before that? Yeah, Kit Dale making a return, did that CJI trials, looks pretty good. Great passing. He had a great performance against Shanji Habera. I don't know how I feel about this new like Masters format of the who's number one. I mean, it's kind of cool to see the legends get after it. I would like to see who else they get on there to get after it. But yeah, like maybe like a Marcelo Garcia would be sick. That would be really cool. He was over at 1, but he might be done after that match, just to kind of say, prove to himself that he could come back from cancer, which is like pretty freaking Chadley. But yeah, I don't know. But Kit looks pretty fresh. Wagner's been through the ringer, right? Like preparing for the ADCC. Had a great ADCC, got second against Mika Galvao. But, you know, he's just, you know, time catches up to all of us eventually. And, you know, I think it's maybe catching up with him a little bit. But, you know, I hope he proves me wrong, you know. I hope he freaking balls out. And, you know, I hope we see the scrappiness and nastiness of Vagner Hocha just in your face, grinding on, just I hope we see that. Neither guy's gonna play bottom, so it's gonna be either, like Craig said, a takedown will win it. So whoever gets the takedown wins. And yeah. Speaking of which, Craig Jones says there's gonna be an announcement at who's number 129. I wonder what that's gonna be. I bet it's some type of like streaming rights to the freaking CJI. Like you can watch CJI on Flow Grappling and YouTube, or like you can watch like a commentating team on Flow Grappling versus like a non-commentating team on YouTube or something like that. So yeah. So right, so we went over Kit, we went over Adelaide, the co-main. We went over Gianni and Max. Next up, let's go over Roberto Jimenez and Ryan Gigachad Aken. Aside for this, I've talked to Ryan for the channel. However, sorry Ryan, my freaking setup sucked at the time. And you know what? He realized that. He was like, brother, he gave me some golden tidbits on improvement of the setup. And I'm gratefully appreciative of that. I have some audio from that. I'm still working on how to like create that into a nice little package that is not too bad. But yeah, he had some hot golden tidbits in that conversation that I want to share with you, Chads. And yeah, it gave me some freaking golden tidbits on getting a freaking better setup and improving my streaming and improving my background and lighting and what have you. So I thank him for that. I mean, obviously, I'm going to be a little biased, and I'm going to go ahead and take him on this freaking match against Roberto Jimenez. Roberto is, you know, he's good. He's exciting to watch. Freaking scraps. He suplexed freaking, what's his name? Isaac Michel. He suplexed him at BJJ Stars event, and then he also had a great run at No-Gi Worlds where he like lost in his division, then freaking went on a tear in the absolute. But yeah, look at this hair. Probably some of the coolest hair in jiu-jitsu for sure. And then Ryan Aken mewing, staring him down, and yeah, so it's good. And what do we know about Roberto? He's notoriously leg locks aren't his strongest, right? So he's been caught with leg locks, and what was it? Hillbilly Hammer, CJI, what was his name? Levi Jones Leary got caught with him. Yeah, so Craig Jones when he faced him. So Roberto is susceptible to leg locks, and Ryan Aken has very solid leg attacks, as we see against him, against what's his face, ADCC. He beat him. He's also the light heavyweight champion, who's number one. Pedro Mourinho, he beat him with a nice little outside heel hook. And so also, if Ryan wins this match, he gets a rematch with Pedro for the title, which is pretty exciting. And so, yeah, I'm going to have to go with Ryan on that. He's been kind of on a tear. Beat Lucas Lira in his Who's Number One debut, and he's still just freaking killing it. So, excited to see that scrap as well. Obviously, Roberto is going to be the top guy trying to pass, trying to get to the back, and Ryan is going to be trying to get to his attacks from bottom. It'd be a freaking excellent match. But yeah, who do you guys got winning that one? Do you have the Chad or the Ecuadorian Chad? Just joined. I love jiu-jitsu. What's the deal with this live stream? So I'm talking about the Who's Number One 29 that's going down tomorrow on Flow Grappling. Just kind of previewing that, giving my picks, giving my thoughts. Just kind of ended that. Now I'm going to head over and talk about UFC BJJ 2, which is not only another great event for us grapplers to watch, but it has some other great matches, and they just announced kind of like the full lineup of that. And so I believe the main event is I stand corrected. Sorry. Andrew Tackett versus Renato Canuto is the main event for that. So that'll be freaking fireworks. Both guys come to scrap. Renato's hitting flying crap all the time. Andrew is just constantly hitting blast double legs, looking to freaking take the back and hit a mandible strangle. But yeah, that is going to be an exciting freaking card as well. Just spoiled with great grappling. And also, not only these two events, but also this weekend, we have BJJ Stars. So that is another great event going on this weekend. So let's just check out this UFC BJJ card. All right. So, obviously, like I said, Tackett, champion versus Canuto. Neither guy's pulling guard. I'm going to say Tackett is going to get the takedown. All right. But I wouldn't be surprised to see Canuto throw some freaking flying crap at him. That would be freaking sick. Then we got Fowler versus Garmo. Fowler, this is the UFC's boy for the heavyweight divisions. All right. He's been doing a lot of the Performance Institute cards. They like him. They like him a lot. He's going against David Garmo, Detroit guy. I believe he won Nogi Worlds at I forget what weight. Interesting matchup. I didn't know this would be the matchup. I wonder if maybe like the UFC BJJ contract is kind of deterring away a lot of competitors, and Garmo said, "Yeah, I'll do it." But yeah, we'll check out how he came about it. And then next up, we got the other Tackett brother, William Tackett, the bigger, older one, going against Kyle Chambers, a 10th Planet leg lock assassin. So Tackett's more of a passing, stay on top guy, and Chambers is more of a kind of a guard player who looking to get into some leg entanglements. Excuse me. William is slick, super technical. Got to meet William at the UFC Expo during fight week, so that was pretty freaking sweet. So I'm gonna have to go with my boy William on that. Canuto versus Black, so Hanato's wife on the card as well. Roberto versus Maciel, kind of a lighter weight. And then Musumeci. Interesting. So Musumeci was the freaking headliner of the first card. Now he is the second bout. So they're probably like, you know what? These people are sick of seeing him. People are tired of Mikey Musumeci. And I'm glad they're listening, you know? I'm glad they're freaking listening to us people, okay? Because I'm a little annoyed by Mikey. I mean, no offense to Mike. Seems like a nice enough guy. But just a weird dude. Just a weird dude. I am not a fan of the hair, though. It could impair his vision. Dude, the hair could be a problem for Jimenez when he grapples with Aken. Lando the Mando. I'm super new to jiu-jitsu. Any tips? Just mat time is the best thing you can do. The more time you can get on the mats, the better. Just don't get overwhelmed with it, you know. Don't focus on too many things at once. You know, try to pick a specific area, maybe an area you end up in a lot in live training, and think, how can I improve in this area, and kind of reverse engineer, right? Like if you're getting stuck in side control a lot, maybe go on YouTube, look up side control escapes. Next thing you know, you're getting out of side control. Nobody's holding you in side control anymore. And then maybe what are you getting to? Your half guard. All right, maybe look up some half guard instructionals, some stuff you can do from half guard. Work on your half guard game for a little bit. Kind of build it from the ground up like that. All right, and have fun. You know, just get as much mat time as your body can handle and as you can handle. That's probably the number one thing, right? Nothing like being on the mats. You know, strength and conditioning matters, but you know how you get better at grappling cardio by doing grappling. So, and you get stronger grappling's resistance training in itself. So, obviously those things are good to do outside of the mat, but never substitute them for grappling. If that helps, Lando. Let's get back to UFC BJJ 2. So I'm gonna look for this freaking. Oh, they had a nice little highlight of Mason Fowler. Mason Fowler has a pretty sick rubber guard for a big man. Okay, I mean, check this out. Here he is against Patrick Gaudio, just recently retired. Locks up a great little triangle. Cuts the angle on Gaudio. Excellent work by the man. Excellent work. Again, goes to the omoplata from the rubber guard. Hits this nasty omoplata. Grabs the face. Oh, man. That's intense. Here he is against Patrick Shane Holy. Okay, if you guys haven't seen this Shane Holy guy, freaking crazy. He's like 16, just ripping dudes' legs off, dude. Scary dude. Scary, dangerous, fun to watch. Just freaking ripping limbs. But Fowler gets him in a nice little armbar. And yeah, nice little job there. Heisam Rita, Horsecock Kimura, gotta love that. So yeah, obviously he's been on a lot of UFC cards. High arm chokes, Pedro Marinho, pretty intense. Like, Pedro's a strong dude, and if you're able to freaking pass his guard and get on it to mount and then hit the iron arm choke, that's insane. That's an insanely strong dude who's insanely good at BJJ. Yeah, here's little William, Will I Am hitting a nice little guillotine, or not guillotine, rear naked. Guillotine, what am I saying? But yeah, this is Garmo Flo. I mean, check out this beautiful mustache on the man. That thing's nice. Yeah, let's just see what Garmo's got to say. He won the Brazilians, Nogi. I think Mason won in the gi over there. So yeah, let's check out what he's got to say.
I got the call to compete against Mason Fowler for the inaugural 205-pound belt for the UFC BJJ, July 31st. What some of you guys probably don't know is that originally this was just supposed to be a regular match. And then I got a phone call a little bit ago from Claudia, and Claudia is the matchmaker, and she's kind of like the brainchild of this whole thing, from my understanding. And she's like, hey, we need you to do a couple things, and, it needs to be done in a kind of a hurry. And she's like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to, give you all these tasks, but, we need to do this because of this reason. And so we got on the phone, we started talking about it, and she's like, we think we want to make this the first 205-pound title match. And I
what
was
do you guys think of the belt?
Like,
I think it looks cheesy as hell. I don't like the belt.
She's like, yeah, he won Brazilian Nationals in the gi. You won the no gi, and that was just a couple weeks ago. And it's like, you beat a couple of his teammates. We want to make this a title match. I'm just like, She's like, what do you think about that? And I'm just like, yeah, sure. Let's do it. No problem. That's cool. I'm good with that.
Naturally. Looking around. He's in the gym by himself.
Fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah, man. 205-pound title match, UFC BJJ 2 against Mason. I'm in 100%.
100%.
A lot of you guys know I got the call to compete.
So yeah, that's Garmu. Let's see this. Let's check this out. Oh, this little horsecock double. Just a little double leg, hoist the man up. Boom! Yes, you gotta love that. You gotta love that. Here he is with his medal, little top-mounted guillotine. Breaks over the closed guard. Boom! Enters the Ghillie. You love to see snatching necks, cashing checks, going over into the motherland of jiu-jitsu and winning. It says he's got a little style too. That was a little Italian style, little how you doing, little don't mind if I do, a little spaghetti meatballs type look. Freaking yeah! Look at this. He's got. It's like a James Bond outfit. All right. So yeah. PSA: stop talking during sparring. I'm interested, David. David, what do we gotta say?
Stop talking during sparring. You guys are killing me. When I hear more conversation than I hear panting and grunting during a match or during a sparring session, it infuriates me more than anybody. And I'm sure it does your coaches wherever you guys are at all over the world. During sparring times and during positional sparring times, it's not time to talk about the technique or talk about the position. It's time to work, time to move, time to squeeze, time to push, time to frame, time to pull, all these different things. You shouldn't be able to talk during those moments. If you are, you're not focusing on the task at hand. So don't get insanely cooked.
Sir, this is a restaurant. I
Like
just want
these
my
chicken.
chicken, please.
Stop talking. All right? Salute.
Nah, fam, I'm gonna chat. Helps me regulate. my
Stop
breathing.
talking
I'm usually
during
having
sparring.
a great time going. Yeah, I mean, people freaking do jiu-jitsu for a multitude of reasons. If somebody could talk, you're not smashing them hard enough, you know? If Doja by Central C comes on, no shots, I'm silent. That is a good song. You make a sign to put up in case people don't see this. We need a follow-up video to all these with a completed dish. What is it? I think this is like barbecue sauce. What is this? A little fan action? Just cooking some chicken. What's he got? Oh, was this against Max Hansen? Max Hansen went up against a 205 at 155? Oh, it is against Max. I believe Max won this match. If I do, when the judges rest, I'll have no idea what the rules are. I'll just slam someone. So yeah, I think he lost that one. What is this? Do you have any hobbies? Me, little Italian style. Yeah, I have hobbies. It's called freaking horse cocking, motherfuckers. Yeah. All right, we've went down the Garmo flow path for too long. Give this man a break. Let's check out Mason Fowler. Oh yes, this was so cringe. Look at this. At the UFC, was it 318? It freaking says it right there, chat. On YouTube. This was incredibly cringe. Look, he's got the picture of Garmo. Rips it. You're dead. You're dead. Throws the paper. Cuts the throat. Really weird. But who cares? Oh, is that Keith Krikorian in the background? No way. Or is that a joke? That's gotta be a joke. I don't think that's actually Keith. No, I don't think it was him. Alright, let's go. The smiling. This guy's very handsome. Alright, Santa Cruz Medicinals. Let's chill out there. It's a little weird. Big fan, but pause, bro. There we go. This is a microphone? Okay. Mountains of Flesh. What a name. Where did you find a printer? That's a great question. But yeah, looking forward to that match. I think I'm gonna have to go with Mason just because he's the naturally bigger guy, just tearing through people. He's a stud. UFC's got him on a contract, on lockdown. I'm gonna have to probably go with Andrew with this top match. He's just been on a freaking roll lately, killing it. And I'm gonna have to go with his brother William as well. Oh, I freaking forgot about this. Kanado has the coolest dog. Look at this guy. That is the coolest little dog ever. Look at this guy. Just jogging on the mats. Just a little freaking ball of muscle, too. Oh my gosh. What a cutie. I love that dude. Achilles is the freaking man. Oh man. Achilles is a great dog. I want Achilles as my dog. That is a beautiful dog. Achilles is the star of the show. I need him at UFC BJJ too. Oh, look at this. He's getting the back scratches. Oh, my God. A mask. Yeah, he's the freaking coolest. He's just chilling, watching, slobbering. Look at that. He's just chilling, watching mom and dad do jiu-jitsu, having fun. Man. What a cool dude. What a cool freaking dude. I tell you what, if Achilles is there, I want Kanado to win. Renato Canuto, because that is awesome. Awesome to see that puppy dog. I'm a big dog guy. He looks so. What do you think about no-gi only? Do whatever you want. If you don't like the gi, don't put it on. Like, you're a grown man. Do whatever you want. I don't know. I don't know if it makes you. If you depends. If you want. Totally up to you. It's not really that big a deal. Will you enter King of the Streets and you think jiu-jitsu can help you there? I don't know what King of the Streets is. Lovely doggo. Dog probably knows how to shoot at Dars. Yeah, that dog could probably hit a flying Connie Basami and inside heel hook me. You know what I'm saying? What the heck is King of the Streets? Just freaking Google that, I guess. Since we're done talking about UFC BJJ and who's number one? King of the Streets. Oh my gosh, this thing looks violent. Is this like in Europe? What is this? Holy crap. Yeah, I gotta show you guys this. I am heavily intrigued now. This guy is, he's onto something. This is very entertaining. Is this an eye gouge?
8,000. That's some.
I think I spotted an eye gouge in this one. Underground Fight Club. All right. So, okay. They're in like a metal cage. Everybody's got their face covered. It's probably very illegal. These look like a couple chads getting ready. They got their hand wrapped. Does not look sanctioned. Are they on concrete? They're on freaking concrete. Oh my gosh. Alright, I gotta have volume on for this. Oh. That cage is not sturdy. Catches big. Oh my gosh. Ooh. Drags him in the full mount. Ooh. That's in a good position. Feeling for a little fish hook? Oh, man. He's backpedaling. That guy's backpedaling. Oh, me too, man. That was a rough go. But I always get back into it. Oh my gosh, look at that face. Always massacred. They still in there. Freaking Chad fighting. This guy's being dudes. A literal fight club, honestly. Honestly, Brad Pitt and freaking Edward Norton right there. Slinging the man. Oh, nice little hip toss. Now he's in mount. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Ace it. Oh, reigning 12 to 6 levels. John Jones should be in this organization. Is this eye gouge? Oh shit! Oh shit! What? Eye gouge? What? That's insane! That's crazy. That's crazy work. Holy cow. Are these guys getting paid? Or is this just for the love of the game? That is insane. Thank you for that. Look at that fight. Street fight, for real. So you dare to enter? Hell no, I don't dare to enter. Eye gougers are legal, apparently. 5K for the winner. Dude, there's jiu-jitsu tournaments that offer 5K, and I keep both my eyeballs, dude. I don't get permanently scarred for. I don't get permanently blind for my entire life. They need to be paying those guys way more than that. Those guys need to go to like bare knuckle boxing or something. I don't know. 5K is just not enough to be going for eye gouges. Holy buckets. That's intense, Antonio. Should we watch another one? I might have to watch another one. $1.3 million views. How does... Okay, I was going to say that one has 2.1. Matador. So it looks like they're like in like a bullfighting ring in this one. Oh my god. Oh, this one has 3. Unarmed, no rules fight, win by KO or submission only. No rounds or time limit. Fights go on until there's a winner. 7 minutes? Okay. Alright, Chads, we might as well watch this. This looks interesting. Joseph Hap got that one. Okay. Alright, Antonio. I'll watch that one. Joseph Hapgod. Where is he? Here, we'll do this one. Oh shit. Oh shit. Well, I'm not in the stream anymore, but hopefully you guys can hear me. In the Matador event. Can you guys still hear me? You're just not going to be able to see me anymore. But yeah, here we go. Hype crew. Oh shit. This one has 3.3 million views. I clicked this one. This one seems more intense. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. Hell yeah, dude. Unties the shoes. This guy he going bird out? I think that's a mistake. Dude, no. Do not take off the shoes, bro. That is a terrible idea. Look at this floor. This is a hardwood floor. Bro, there's probably like nails and shit up here. Then there's like this dude, keep the shoes on, bro. Doing yourself a disservice. Why is going shoeless an advantage? What's going through his mind? I don't understand. That is a terrible idea. Just because of that, I know he's losing. Oh my gosh. It's insane that there's just people masked up watching this. I wonder if they get pay a fee or something to watch. These guys freaking scrapping. Holy buckets. Oh my gosh. Shirt's been ripped. Just pure horsecock. Grabbing everything, going for it. Pulls the guy straight into mount. Tits flying. They're just... The shirt... Got that shirt for free, now it's ruined. Pops top. Now he's back ready to horsecock. Boop. That guy... Yep, probably one of the nails freaking got him. What's going on? It's a little too much for me, honestly. That's insane. Crazy work. Crazy. Dude, you need to see the Joseph Habka versus Alex in the Bullring Arena. All right. We'll watch that one. That'll be the last one.
Hey, what's up, guys? I found this beer left over from some campers, and I'm totally wasted. I'm sorry I bumped the camera.
Sick little setup there. Little Hemingway. El Matador. They need to get Ilia Topuria in here. The freaking actual Matador, you know what I'm saying? These guys are huge, but they freaking scrap like crazy. Just a couple Gigachads. Nothing but respect to each other. Huge arena. This is what Joe Rogan talks about when he's like, I want to see fights take place in a basketball court. This area is huge. Little bowls right in here. Little 1,000-pound beast freaking get in there and scrap, dude. Insane. Not much going. Like this guy's more outgoing at range. Keep it cautious. A little smarter with his wrist tape too. The other guy's just going raw dogging it. No wraps or nothing. Doing a lot of extra movement. This guy's being really calm and staying on the outside. But don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm fucking striking. Oh, he's gonna shoot in for a single leg here. I wonder if that's like gravel. Oh my gosh, yeah, that would freaking hurt to sprawl and shoot on. Not a bad single leg, but also great sprawl, good defense by that guy. Takes the back, nice. He's got the freaking Puma suedes on. I don't know what shoes would be. I think you'd have to wear like cleats. I wonder if you could wear cleats in this. I think you would need cleats in the freaking rubble. There's like a dog on a bone on that leg. Nice, good defense. Let's get to the grappling. All right. He's kind of keeping his distance. Shoots in for the single. Boom. Oh, flattens himself out again. Once again, drives up into it. Oh, is this just a replay? Looks like just a replay of what happened before. Ooh, nice. Again, dive to the leg. Oh, suicide trip. Gets himself. Oh, pulls the man on top of him. Sorely sour mistake. He gives up the neck. Not quite. Scrambles out of it. Scrapping like dogs. They gonna drop him with something here? Oh yeah, he does. Boom, yeah. Like a sack of taters right there, dude. That right hand is crisp. Dang. That was less barbaric. That was a little easier to stomach. For sure. Maybe throw a handful of dirt. Dude, throwing the sand technique would be so good for that dude. Mo Shark, that is legit, bro. That is for sure. But yeah, That'd be a great idea to just throw some sand in them. Throw some sand. But yeah. Anywho, Chads, thanks for sticking around, hanging out with me for a little bit. If you like this content, like and subscribe. We'll try to do more live streams. Say what's up to you guys. I appreciate you all. If you want to support the channel, check out some of my affiliate links. Strong Coffee, Psychopharma supplements, X-Martial gear, what have you. If you want, you can, throw in, I think there's like freaking gifts or something. I don't know. Whatever. But I just appreciate you guys if you just like and subscribe. Appreciate y'all. Have a great night. See you Chads later.